Easter Monday, Northbridge defending the left of screen, and we are underway. This beautiful Monday afternoon as it's Rose with possession against his old club, plays it back. Tip. On this left wing. All played back into the centre. Tip going back to the right side to Yusha. And Gainer goes to Rose. Tip. Played down the line nicely there by Nicolau. Goes back to Nicolau. Finds here the goalkeeper today, and Nick Silman. The Hawkesbury boy is now Yusha with possession, trying to play it up the line. United had it for a second. It's played straight out for this broadcast side. So now Tip. Playing it across. Nice touch there by Nicolau. But up the line. Nice work by Walter Scott. It's cut off there. It's been won again there by Northbridge. Trying to play it back in at the end. Didn't work there for Najjar. Pressure though is pretty good still by Northbridge. And Sydney United 58 cut it off. Trying to play back in the middle. Oh, comedy capers there. A mistake, and Michael Roos, the former Sydney United player, makes it 1-0 for Northbridge. And that was just a case of comedy capers. I do not know what Sydney United 58 were trying to do. They were trying to play the ball back in the middle to get the keeper clear at Nizic, but at the end, the ball was flicked across. And as I said, the former Sydney United 58 start in Michael Roos makes it 1-0. And that's a surprise here at the Sports Centre here at Adenza Park. So Sydney United 58 have possession. And we'll have to do this from behind. All played on there via Poscalero. Ball was pierced across, and Devante Clute gets onto this, plays it in the middle, headed away by Tip. Will be a corner. So after the good start by Northbridge, I'll be hoping their defence holds out here for a great attacking start. As I said before, though, it was comedy capers by Sydney United 58 there. Defensive line just didn't work. Sim is calling for the ball. Glenn Shapiro will be looking to go long here for the outswinger. There's an outswinger in the corner. It's played away by Northbridge. Ball drops down. Played across the face there by Gonzalez. Shapiro couldn't control it. Ball goes out for a throw. The King Tomislav side of the ground. Throw to be taken by Walter Scott. Played down there by Eddie Caspers. Scott going back. And the ball there by Nicolau. Tip. Switching course. Tip. Short ball. Holman. In the middle again. Touch wasn't great there by Najjar, but still Jordan was able to play it back to Tip. Nicolau trying to play it up the line. At the end, it does touch off here. Sydney United 58. It will be a throw for Northbridge. Throw taken. They're in their all whites today as Holman heads it on for nobody except Daniel Nizic for Sydney United 58. Pastelitza. There's Poscalero. Ball going back to Pastelitza. To Milic. That's long there by Pastelitza. Sim spinning around, plays in the middle. Here's the chance again, looming for Payne, but he was cut off. Flag was up anyway, but that was good defence by Northbridge. Isn't this an entertaining start for the Bulls? As Sulman plays it back to the left, and nice ball there by Nicolau. Scott back to Nicolau. Shafiro wins it on the turnover. Shafiro turning around. Gonzalez swinging it back. Bastelitza, Poscalero. Milic is calling for it, but they decide to go back to Poscalero. Turned over, Holman. It's up the middle here for Najar. Trying to beat off the defence, but couldn't. At the end, the ball sits. Headed back. Tep. Now it's Liam Rose. Back to Tep. Nicolau playing it to Scott, who goes back to Nicolau. Tep has it in his own half. Rose. And touchback by Holman. See a couple of these players from Northbridge who have made their way to the club. A chance of playing in the MacArthur A-League system. Some of them former Sydney United 58 players. We spoke about Michael Roos before. Rose is another one as Roos has possession inside the area now. Nice little pass on for Holman. Holman's going to try to play it back. It's got Roos there if he needs him. Holman trying to go up the middle again. It's a great defensive read too by Vastilita. Shafiro played it up the middle. It's being turned over. And again, possession here for Jordan. Jordan cutting inside out near the edge of the area. It's played in nicely. And it's 2-0. And everybody is shocked here. Everybody is shocked. The ball was played in, and I think you'll find it was Najar who makes it 2-0. It was a good pass by Jordan. And the control so far by Northbridge is outstanding. This has shocked everybody here at the stadium. They have come out firing. It could be a long day for the champions of the 2020 season. Tell me quickly went to Sim. Ball comes back to Poscalero. Shafiro swinging it across the body. At the end, it's been turned over. Northbridge with Roos, and he's got Holman on his right. Roos, will he go that way? Roos going inside the area himself. He'll backtrack. He plays it across the face. Still a chance here for Holman, trying to chip it in at the end, headed down. And Sim tried to get to it, couldn't. It's Scott who swings it back. Nicolau, the tip. And tip going to the right. Here's Liam Rose. And now Michael Roos. Nice touch, Najar. At the end, Roos couldn't get to it. It was cut off nicely there by Vastelitza. And as the ball swung back by Eddie Caspers. Nicolau went to Scott. Then the pass on to Najar. Back across to Nicolau. Tip. And Liam Rose again back to Tip. What a start for Northbridge. 2-0 to the good. And I think there's a lot of surprise faces here at the venue. Considering the way that Sydney United lost last week, you thought they'll bounce back. Vidovic's men, but at the moment, Millia will be absolutely happy about the way his side is going currently as Holman gets the foul. Coming off the back of that win last week against Wollongong, and at the moment looking very dangerous as That did ricochet off Christian Gonzalez. It's funny to note, of course, and our results haven't exactly gone the way of Northbridge, but at the start of the year there was a lot of people out there that were very concerned about the Northbridge lineup. Thought they were in for a trying season, but at the moment it's not the case. Outside the 5, the early stages of the comp, the ball trying to find Antelmi, but goes back to Nicholas Suman. Was in the Wanderers system for many years. He's made his way to Northbridge. We talk about the fact that a lot of these players have come across to Northbridge from other NPL clubs in a bid to sort of get their A-League prospects back in check. As Tep was cut out, they'll use him after the pass there by Liam Rose. Rose went back in. Pace there of Caspers was not on. Rose, nothing in starting here. Tep. Again has it. Works it across where he finds here Nicolau. Yanni will look to cut back inside. Does to Caspers, and Eddie with a long driving ball. Too deep for everybody except Daniel Nizic, who's pressured by Najar but lobs it to the sky. Comes down to Rose, goes, I'll just leave it. It'll be a throw. Repeating the score here, it's 2-0 in the favour of Northbridge, as Antelmi went to Sim. In fact, it was Clute, I should say. Clute went to Sim. It's been turned over. It's Holman. And ball going to this right. Ruse. And now finding here Naja, who tries to cross it in at the end. Saved there by Nizic. Shafiro taking down the challenge. Foul given. Challenge there by Jay Coleman. As this will be a yellow card for Holman. Holman's going to be careful. Has been very good in the contest, but it's given away a foul, now a yellow card. Crowd building here. Games, of course, in 2021 live on MPL.tv. Full commentary in 2021. Just looking at one of our fellow callers to my left, Nicola Posnat, doing some research. Great man. It's Gonzalez who swings it back. Vastelitza. Poscalero. Bagoyanis, who works it forward. Again, Payne couldn't get to it. It's been a struggle for Payne, who hasn't been on the score sheet the last couple of weeks, and Payne, a lot of nerves about that. It's now on this right side. This is where they've got possession. A good cut inside too by Rose. Now Caspers back to Tep, and Tep swinging it back. It's Nicolau, who plugs it back to Caspers. Rose. Tep. Rose. Up the middle. Again, shut down here by Gonzalez. Ball that goes to the chest of Antelmi, who has moved his way back for some touches of this football as now the throw's taken. Northbridge still trying to hold possession. Payne won't get to it. Tep's there. It's lovely work too via Nicolau, and now driven deep there by Scott. Does find his support. Again, trying to cut back inside was in Jordan. Rory Jordan, if he could set something up here, it would be nice. Holman won't be the one. will be now in Ujar, and again, ball work back to Ujar. Here's the opportunity, back in, Holman, oh, great defence. This time it pays off there for Vastelitsa, but it's been turned over. Caspers, and again, the opportunity for Northbridge. Ujar back to the left. Now Caspers. Holman will try to tap it back. At the end, was nearly beaten by Payne. Still was going himself. Sim one out and Tell Me back. Yanis goes into the middle to Chafiro, and Chafiro once more just going himself. Have a shot there and Tell Me. Tip, with it again. Northbridge had possession. Tip, who has it? Nicolau. Scott. Nicolau. Tip. To this right side. Rose. Ujar. The chance is looming again. All cut off, but Jordan still gets back to it. Jordan. And now Ujar again. Michael Ruse. Can he dart it back? He does. Ujar's there. At the end, Rose to Tip. Nicolau. Scott retreating. Tip. Rose again has it from the Ujar pass. Now it's Ruse. This is Northbridge playing the possession game. Tip. Nicolau. Jordan lobbing it up. Goes over the top there of Sim. This is now where Northbridge start to attack. Stop back. Possession back to this right side. Ruse. Fitted out nicely by Gonzalez. Now it's Chafiro. Good work by Tomlich. And Gonzalez. Chafiro now back in the middle. Devante Clute. Sim. Oh, lovely work, Sim. In the middle, and Tell Me can't control. The ball goes back to Michael Ruse. Ruse trying to play it past everybody at the end. It will be a United ball. Gonzalez was taken down the challenge. Foul was given. Mellish now continues. Devante Clute controls in the centre. Sim back to Devante, and Devante back to Sim. Ragoyanis, who works it into the 18-yard box. Tip, play to the way, then Ruse drops down again. Vastelitsa, and now spinning back, trying to do something with Anselmi, but didn't work. Northbridge again with possession. 2-0 here at Adenza Park. As Caspers goes to Scott, but Scott wouldn't get to it. Sim got there first. Sim now in the middle. Tell Me now spinning around. This is where the short pass by Gonzalez didn't work. Ruse was pressuring, and Chafiro had no answer really. You can see United at the moment half a shade back, while Northbridge hopping like bunnies at the moment. There's now possession again for Jordan, who has got so many options but maybe overread too much. Holman's now there. Ruse, and cut off at the end. Millich is in the right position to Millich. Will be in Chafiro, and again, that's lovely. Turn of foot there by Devante Clute. As Postelero went to Federico Yanis, and Yanni now trying to work it in the middle, does, and Tell Me, nice touch. Devante Clute spinning around, and again goes back to Milic, and he in turn fires it to the left, but too much petroleum, and Gonzalez just couldn't get to it. Hope you enjoy the action on this Easter Monday. Nicholas Kutniak with you in what has been a terrific weekend of football so far. Go through the scores throughout the afternoon. Our wrap after the game as well. We'll do a quick wrap on the NPL competitions this weekend. There's women's action as well, and just started this weekend too. As Eddie Caspers has possession. And that's a firing ball. Uja, who goes to the right. And again, Rose just got to it, but Gonzalez, it was a bit of a collision nearly at the end. Luckily it didn't happen. Ruse has it. You can see again Rose. He's got Holman. And again, it goes to Michael Ruse. Ruse now, what can he do? He offers it back to Rose. Rose, nice touch again. Uja, tip. Nicolau again looking to fire it back to Tip. Rose, and at the end, Holman was controlled there by Tamelic, but Uja won the ball. Ruse, nice touch. Uja's again there, crosses it in, chance. Oh, jeez. Poscalero couldn't control it immediately there for Sydney United 58, but Najar, who comes across and nearly offers up another chance for Northbridge, just not to be, but geez, this is a good game of football. Hope you're enjoying this. It's 2-0 in the favour of Northbridge, the young side, of course, formerly of the North Shore Mariners. Change of name and personnel during the off-season. As I said, a lot of people thought that the new change in the system might be an adverse effect, but a win last week against Wollongong, and they have showed some potential. They might be okay. You'll wait and see. Anselmi, he wins the foul, quickly wants to go ahead. He's got Shafiro. Shafiro's going to win out the end. He beat Rose nicely. Shafiro's in the area. He now works it up. Size the option at the end. Anselmi couldn't get the header on. It was played across the face. It will be a United ball, but pressure riding at the moment. See the Sydney United supporters trying to get their team going. And they need something as ball drops back to Kalut, who goes to Poscalero. And again to Melic. The turn of feet was terrific. Goes back to Fragoyanis. Fragoyanis back in the middle. Devante and Payne, the former RPLI card, drops the ball, loses possession, I should say. As the ball goes back to the left, Walter, Scott, back, and Nicolau, Sermon, Uja. Shafiro won't get to this. Rose quick. At the end, Najar was taken off there by Gonzalez. Still, Michael Ruse is onside. This is interesting. Did touch off. Is it a handball? No, is the call though. Very close for Vastelitsa. As he can't get a good pass to Shafiro. There's a bit of outrage here as the ball will go out for a throw. At the moment, United just seem to be off the pace. It's a good game of football, though. As I keep on saying, it's the fact that Northbridge have almost worked them out. You can see that every time you think United's going to propose the question, they're shut down straight away. As Holman trying to get to it, goes back to Jordan. Foul goes towards United, though. Taken down there was Vastelitsa. The way I was going to describe it was almost like every single time you go to the boss for a proposal and they straight away say it's not going to work without even listening to the proposal. I was going to use another analogy about every time you ask the missus if you want to get married and they say no straight away. But that probably didn't work as United 58 had possession. Luca, the cameraman, laughing his head off as the ball goes back from Devante Klut to Fragoyanis. Goes to Klut. Klut now again spins around. This is a nice pass by Tamelic. Couldn't get to it there. Caspers as now we see Shafiro. They're rolling here. Clute's pass to Sim, and Sim now starting to show his pace. He's inside the area, cut off there by Caspers. Oh, the friendly ghost was there in the right position. And I'll have the ball again, Northbridge, but Eddie Caspers, he is playing well. Enjoying the lineup Northbridge has got. Impressed with Caspers. Holman's having a good game, same as Jordan. As the Jar taken down, foul given though. Here, Vidovic just cheering his team, saying, "Come on, boys, we can get something going here." This is where the champions will be proven to be champions, I should say, as the offside's called. What I mean by that is they're 2-0 down, they've got acres of time, and this is where they can prove that either they are going to be the front runners for 2021 or that they might not be as good as what we've all hyped them up to be. It comes off the back of the championship last year, of course. I know there's been a lot of questions around should it be considered to be the Origin Championship, but in all respects it was a championship played last year. In a COVID-affected season, it was great that we got football off the ground. As Northbridge have possession here, Usia. Now, the pressure there, Michael Roos, and geez, hasn't Roos had a good game today? As I said, he's trying to show up his former club, and you can understand that. What a perfect position to do that, has taken down the challenge was in Holman. Good sized crowd in though, COVID safe of course here at Sydney United Sports Centre. Easter Monday football as the ball is driven deep there by Rose. And saved by Daniel Nezic. Call for Sydney United 58. And as they'll go to this left side. Gonzalez. Milich. Clute. Sim gets it off the ricochet. Sim. Darts past one. He's taken the challenge. Play does continue. Ball goes back to United 58. Milich. Poscalero. Yanis is calling for it. Poscalero. Yanis, and again he goes back to Poscalero. Shafiro. Really trying to show something, but at the end delivers a donut. Casper's good work again by the friendly ghost as goes to the right side. And again, it's possession here for Holman. Holman in the middle. Michael Roos off the pace of Shea. And it enables Sydney United 58 with possession, though he can't do much with it, Devante Clute. Still, Payne was able, well I should say, and Tilmy was able to work it back. As to this left side. Stelitzer to Milich. Devante Clute with a nice ball. Sim crosses it in. Again, headed down. Nicolau was in the right position at the right time. Serban has possession. Tip. So 2-0 in the favour of Northbridge. Probably the turn up for the books in some respects. United coming off the back of a loss against Marconi. course, that ball back in the middle by Rose. Holman delivers it, and it's in. That is a piece of brilliance. Holman found the top left-hand corner and makes it 3-0. And I've got to say, this is an absolute romp on an Easter Monday. It's like the kids on an Easter egg hunt finding a chocolate after chocolate after chocolate. Everything is coming up Millhouse for Northbridge. Again, that is a lovely strike too. How Holman gets it perfectly positioned on the left foot is outstanding. As again, Holman has it. He's been controlling today. There's the foul given. I'm impressed with this lineup. This side that have got Holman, Jordan firing, Michael Roos, and remember missing Charles William, who was injured in that first round clash against Sutherland. He adds some spice too in this side. And he's back out in the paddock. They could be a team that could turn heads as Tep found Rose. Rose spins around there. Shafiro took him down the challenge. He's going to get a warning here. That's about it. You can see the champions. They are rattled. This is 5 goals against them in a game and a half. As I said, they've got no response. It is an utter turn-up for the books. As Payne wins out from that Nicolau pass. Payne has a shot from distance. Nicholas Sermon put the extra effort, but he didn't need to. And in fact, he gets a touch on to make a corner. Well, Nicolau didn't really have to go for it at the end because it was always sliding left, but amazing the way he was able to put that extra effort and got a touch on it. Does mean a corner as Glenn Shapiro will have the in-swinger now. Moves it in for the grandstand side. Sermon's there high, drops the ball, but foul is called. So they will have possession here. Northbridge. Of course, if you just joined us, the action from the weekend so far, Marconi and Wollongong on Good Friday, a 2-all draw. Manly defeated Sydney FC 2-0. Sutherland losing to Blacktown City 2-0 on Easter Saturday. Mount Short having a good win against Sydney Olympic 2-1. Rockdale defeating Apia yesterday on the Easter Sunday game 2-0. And at the moment we've got a bit of a turn up here in a lot of respects, as now Northbridge trying to send the ball forward, but at the end Jordan couldn't control it. It was Fragoyanis who was able to work it back to Nizic, and now Fragoyanis has possession. Drops down again. Fragoyanis working it back to Poscalero. Of course, as we know, Agamenos, who's on the bench at the moment, played most of the game last week with Glenn Shapiro getting injury during the contest, but Shapiro has started. I have watched him throughout the game. He has been, like most of the Sydney United side, to be truthful, off a shade or two, but it's been one of those games where you think that United 58 are going to go back to their winning ways, get the control, but then all Northbridge, and it is a shock. And plenty of time. We've got to stress that. I know it's 3-0, but there's plenty of time in this game. But it's what Northbridge have been able to do. They're cutting down, and Tep at the back has been terrific. But Rose has put the pressure on today. I know he's put away that foul just then. But really, really pleased the way Northbridge are playing. As the ball goes back to Milic. Turn, finds here running Devante Clute. Dragoyanis into the mixer. Clean away again by Nicolau. Dragoyani to take the throw. To Milic. Utilizing here. Vastelitsa. Touch on there by Antoni to Payne. And Nicholas Sermon diving nicely to his right. He is a gem of a player, and it's great to see he's getting an opportunity. As I said, he's a Hawkesbury boy and was in the Wanderer system. His chance to crack into the A-League side, but he's come across now to the MacArthur system in term to Northbridge in the NPL 1. As the ball goes back to Poscolero. Vastelitsa to Milic. Shafiro trying to turn around. And now the pass on by Clute to Sim. It's Sim trying to turn inside out. This is starting to look promising, but the game doesn't deliver what was expected, and Casper's there. Hitting Caspers is now Dragoyanis. Back to Clute, taken down by Caspers. The friendly ghost is there again. Is now to Milic taken in the challenge, and this is now where we start to see the brilliance of Holman. Holman spinning around. He's going around the globe in 80 days. Has possession again for the Ujah pass. Ruse can't get to it. Laid down there by Vastelitsa. Then to Milic's pass and work for Clute. Well, he continues. Ruse with the chest to Jordan. And that's smacked down. Sermon has possession. Played it to Nicolau, who went deep again. Now Walter Scott. Ball worked in. It's cut off once more. The pass again to the right side. Sim. Ball there by Clute. And Shafiro. There's something happening here. Gonzalez, touch back there by Payne. Shafiro. And Clute! Regulation for Nicholas Suman. I know that was a little bit of a moment of worry, but he played it down for himself. He knew what he was doing, the keeper. There's Ruse. Well, I don't know if he knew where the ball was there, because it was balancing on his head and then came down, and they lost possession, but only for a minor moment. As Casper's now, he goes up the middle, he loses possession, foul given. Yep, Dragoyanis can't believe it. And what's the likelihood this could be 4-0? Northbridge might make it 4. Surely not. Surely not. They can't, can they? Here it is. And it's low, and it's sent by Holman. He scores himself a brace, and it's 4-0. And as much as we don't want to hear those boos, I think the home fans have a lot to shout about, because it has not been the Champions' Day. This is 6 goals that have been put past this side, and we're not even at halfway through this game. I'm including, of course, the game against Marconi when they lost 2-0. It's 4-0 here currently. Holman, by the way, that delivery there to the bottom right-hand corner was sensational. As United trying to pursue something, but Thep has played of the way, or Tep I should say, has played of the way. So we will see this corner. I fear what this could be if Sydney United don't jump over the top here shortly to control things, as Yanni tries to back pass. It was cleared away by Jordan, because Northbridge, they've got almost, if you know your motorsport, it's almost got the Shane Van Gisbergen eyes, the Shane Van Gisbergen eyes of not worrying about anything else except the road in front of him. As Shafiro crosses it in, and at the end, couldn't do much there for Stelitzer. The ball's going to drop back. Gonzalez quickly slings it back to Poscalero. In saying that Holman was there, maybe he overshot a little bit Holman. Poscalero nearly made a bad error. There's a bit of a dipsy doodle about that too, as Isic has it. It's actually interesting reading about Daniel Nizic and the glowing reception he's had for what has so far been an almost breakout season. He was very good last year, but starting to make a name of himself, and then today, and some of the errors have not been his fault. You just worry that they've almost gone back in their shell here, Sydney United. As the ball was played forward by Northbridge, it'll be Scott who has it. He crosses it in. It's deep to the far stick, but headed away by Gonzalez, and it will be a corner. And this could be, and it's a shame to say this could be the turning point for United's season. Because if they won today, they would have been holding top spot by 3 points. But now they'll remain equal first if it's a loss. Remember, we've still got the second half to play. But there is that concern. And I don't want to be the negative Nelly, but it's just the Warriors. The cross comes in by Rose, and it's headed in. It's 5. Michael Ruse, he scores himself a brace. We're not even into injury time yet. Even if we are, this is still a shock. And all I can say, Luke, my camera operator, I'm not going to make a scoreline prediction anymore. I think I said 5. Maybe not the right way I was thinking. Anyway, Shafiro trying to play it on. And the foul is called. Sim has it now on the right side. He couldn't do much with it. Devante Clute. Fragoyanis. It's like it was touch off Jordan, because that was a really tame effort. It's headed down there by Nicolau, and the ball was played away. Poscalero up the line. Devante Clute, now Shafiro. Gonzalez, can they at least pull one back before the break to give some confidence? Shafiro, and now they're lifting. The shot by Clute, the save there by Nicholas Suman. Young Nicky boy is having a field day. Now Eddie Caspers, he goes to Scott, and Walter Plays it up the middle. And Najar is there. Can he deliver one? He cuts back inside. I think he's looking for a brace as well. We've had 2 braces in this game. As again, it's Najar near the edge of the goal line at the end. The cross and front work. Remember, we've got Ruse and Holman both on braces. It could be hat-tricks in a matter of moments. It's Holman now with possession. And Jordan, can he pull the trigger? He decides to go to Ruse. And oh, the save is made by Daniel Nizic. It's a good save, Daniel. Jeez, the pressure is on. It's brilliant football by a side that have been on fire. Northbridge, and as the ball is played back in and way on MFCvsSydneyUtd of what should be a thrilling second half. We are back underway here. Vargamenos back with possession here. We've also got Jordan Robertson's on the pitch. Poscalero is off, so 3 changes made by Sydney United 58. 3 whole-style changes as Northbridge will have possession here. We'll confirm Northbridge. It doesn't look like there's many changes to speak of here, if any. As ball was played back in by Rose. Caspers. Uja, slight flick on as Roberts won the challenge. Did touch off the end Jordan, so it'll be a throw now for Roberts. Down initially there, but still possession alive. And Clute works it in. Not the effort they were looking for, but still a chance for Sim. It's low, and it's at the end hidden beside netting. Score remains here, 5-0. Northbridge here on this left side. The ball played up the line again via Holman. Now Michael Ruse, who is offside. Scored a brace in the first half. Will be looking for the hat-trick. As I said, former Sydney United 58 player. He has been on fire today, Michael Ruse. Liam Rose has played well today as well. Impressive performance by Jordan and also Holman. Holman's scored a brace. Jordan has done well as Clute works it on. Here's Payne. Can he deliver something? He beats Sorman. And again, it's side netting. You can see the emotion of Tommy Vidovic, the manager of Sydney United 58. He is hoping that the changes he's made in the second half at least give some positivity. He's been trying to get his team going. Get it down there by Holman. Ruse. Uja. Naja. Scott. Jordan trying to get to it at the end. Ball goes out. The touch off Sydney United 58 last via the head of Christian Gonzalez. MFCvsSydneyUtd live coverage in 2021 of all NPL 1 men's first grade and 20s. And also the NPL women's competition runs every week live and free as the ball's worked in by Scott. He's the chance again. Wide the mark there. That was a good effort by Nicolau. Don't forget we're back here on Saturday night for Northbridge. And he's taken down the challenge. Here's Jordan. This will be another yellow card. So Northbridge do play here on Saturday night. A big contest for them because they play Rockdale Illiton, and that's going to be a big test for them in terms of the way Rockdale Illiton came back yesterday in their big win against RPI 2-0. As the ball is whipped in nicely by Holman, but maybe a little bit too much patrolling. Nobody on the far stick. So games next week. Friday night sees Manly and Sydney Olympic at Cromer Park. Chris Carulli will be calling the action. Saturday we'll be back here for the game between Northbridge and Rockdale at 7 p.m. Of course, Friday night's game is also at 7 p.m. Then Sunday's festivity of football, if you want to call it that, sees at 3 p.m. Apia Marconi, with Will Gontz's calling at Lambert Park. Now, Lily Holmes will be Blacktown City of Mount Jordan at 3 p.m. as well in the local derby. Sydney United take on Wollongong in a crucial game at Sydney United Sports Centre with Tony Tanous. Tony Saluna will be at Lily Holmes. There will be an offside, so Sydney United will have possession. Sydney FC take on the Sutherland Sharks at Illiton Sports Centre. Jack Clifton will be calling the action of that one at 6:30. So big weekend of football coming up. Back here, so much at stake as Sim heads it back in. And taken down is Kloop. The play continues. Foul not called yet, and it won't be, as there's Eddie Caspers who works it on. Michael Roos is offside. Gain Sydney United 58. Have possession. And this is where they need to start utilising what they've got. Tamilich taken down by tackle by Ujo, who's on the deck in pain. Play continues. Sydney United 58 needs something. Curie lets it go for Payne. Payne now, can he work it into the area? Payne looking for the pole driver. In turn, he loses possession. And Scott has played it away because we've still got his fellow teammate in Ujo on the deck. So this is round 6 football on MPL.tv. Hope you're enjoying it. Don't forget MPLNSW.com.au, where you'll find all the information about the New South Wales Premier League competitions from ones all the way down to the under 13s. So that's where you'll see everything. Scores, projected ladders. You can also have the fixtures for the whole season, reports, all the games, and all the information throughout the week on MPLNSW.com.au, and also via the Facebook page, MPL New South Wales. And you can also jump on to Twitter at MPLNSW for all the information. Videos and photos, of course, on the Facebook page. It's good highlights packages of all the games as Sportsmanship sees the ball go back to the keeper from Northbridge. Sermon kicks it long. Jordan. And there's a handball. Fragoyanis has possession. Clute trying to set up Sim. And Sim tries to cut back in. Here's the pass. Chance looming. Curie can't control. And Northbridge again escape. Though the ball drops to Agamemnonos. And again, the ball trying to be shoveled in there by Payne. He's still going to have another chance, but can't. Curie at least got a nice pass back to him. Got to give the play there for him. This will be another throw on the King Thomas Love side of the ground. If you just joined us, goals to Michael Roos, who scored a brace, and also a brace for Holman. And the other goal scorer was in Najar. As now, let's see what we can do here. Sydney United 58 with possession. Agamenos works it in. Agamenos, and at the moment Aga can't do much with it. Caspers cut down. Agamenos there with the challenges to Melic. Now Fragoyanis. Good pass there by Vastelitsa. trying to open up the dam. Can they is the question. Sim has it from the Clute pass. Hits the wall, bounces back. Agamenos is there. And again he goes back, and there's Devante. And Clute quickly works it back to the right. It's Jordan Roberts. And Fragoyanis, who tries to work it into the mixer. Headed down, coming across, there's Roberts. Fragoyanis, and then the touch on to Agamenos. And then again, utilising here to Melic, who wants to go long, but he won't. And he decides to short pass to Devante Clute. Roberts, again, will he go back to Clute? He decides to continue to play. He goes back, and Agamenos is calling for it. Agamenos won't get it though. Fragoyanis decides to go long. Again, it's played down. He goes into the favour there of Naja. Naja works it back to Eddie Caspers. And Caspers trying to play it in the middle again. Jordan couldn't get onto it. Still alive here for Eddie Caspers. And he's played well today, Eddie. It's played back to Daniel Nezic. He lobs it up high in the sky. It's reverberating down. Bounces, and then he can't get to it. At the end, he tried his best there for Stelitz. Here's the play. Devante Clute setting up here. Curry, he's onside. No, the flag went up. The linesman on this side said no, definitely an offside. But Jackson Curry was hoping he could be the man to lift the team. Ball goes across, and Caspers can't do what he was expecting to find Rose in position, and the ball goes out. So afternoon football here at Sydney United Sports Centre, where Chavapis are smelling nice on this Easter Monday. They are good, as now the ball's worked into the area. Sim trying to find support again. Couldn't do much pain as it's played out by Northbridge. I have said before a number of times in the commentary that we should have the award for best canteen in the competition. There's a few that will well and truly be in the contest as the ball has worked into the area. The header at the end was tame. Well, Curry's trying. You can give him some credit, the young kidders. There's the long boot there from the goalkeeper and Surman, and now Nizic decided to go there, have it back, and the ball drops down. As Holman collected not just the ball but somebody else's head when he tried to head it down. As Payne has it, he tries to work it in. Oh, Surman's come across. He didn't touch it. Will be a goal kick, but geez, he has got some reach and some dive on him. He has got some dive on him. We saw one before where he probably didn't need to go for it because the ball was always going away from the post, but he got onto it. Like, this kid is something. I'm really enjoying the way he's playing at the moment. As here we go again, it's Jordan who tries to cut back inside. Holman lifting. They're looking good here, Northbridge, for another goal. They're currently leading by 5. Cross coming in, probably too deep. Ball was out anyway, so it will be a goal kick. Ball goes over halfway. Glenn Shapiro has been off the field. The change made, but it was Sid that was running onto it. And at the end, it's played away by Nicholas Surman. So Shafiro's off for Agamenos, and as I said before, that's due to an injury that Shafiro did have last week. Agamenos didn't replace him, and you got the feeling that Shafiro was off pace a bit during the first half, and the injury got to him as the ball was low. And at the end, Vastelitsa playing it wide to the right. Caspers. Jordan and bypassing Caspers. Rose. Jordan. Tip. Rizal was taken down. That will be a foul. United 58 giving away another foul in a situation where they probably didn't need to. I say that because you could see that there has been some building and momentum trying to go their way. As I said, the goal could open up a dam, but Nicholas Surman has been hard. It's a great war of Surman. As the ball's worked back and the touch back towards Caspers, and he goes back to the left. Again, this is Jordan. He utilises the speed of Rose and the sensibility of him to go back to Nicolau. And Nicolau now goes back to Tip. And Tip. Caspers can't get to it. Archimedes works it forward to Devante Clute. Oh, Tip came across and quickly cleared it. Oh, the speed to burn. That is just brilliant work, because he was the last line of the fence and he's come across and said, oh, I'm going to cut it off. He did so. It's worked in. Again. Just going to work for Vastelitsa, but still will be a corner. Worked into the far stick, the header comes down, Tip again, clears it, will be another corner. Tomelic tried his best. And they pull one back. Clute, and it's ricocheted off. And a chance by Archimedes. It's hit the top of the bar. Chance looping for Cooley. Oh, Solomon, great save, and it cleared off the line. Still a chance. Sim tried to work it back in. Ball comes down. It is crazy what is happening. Sim taken down. It was in the area. Referee says no pen. He's not. There's an off-bridge play that's come down, and there's a yellow card given to the captain, Vastelitsa. Now, I'm trying to work out how Rose was taken down. As I said, that was frantic. Oh. I was going to say, it's easy to give anybody a heart attack, but that would have given a healthy person a heart attack the way things happen in that situation. Crazy scenes just before, and the desperation. The save made by Nicholas Surman, and I've got to say, this kid today could be the announcement of Nicholas Surman. I've seen the development of this kid, and he's terrific to watch, but isn't he putting on a show? Because he has had to make some saves. His lock-on Sepping's about to come on. Also about to come on is Giovanni Panucci. So Panucci will come on for Rose, who was just taken that challenge. So good shift by Liam Rose. So he's off. Panucci comes on, and the other substitution, as I said, Sepping is coming on, and just trying to twist my body. It's Walter Scott that's off. So Walter is done for the day. As Suman takes the free kick that goes wayward. Out. Throw taken quickly by Roberts. Goes over the top there. Or Payne. Tap in position. Lays it back. Oh! Silverman there was pressured by Payne. And Payne still couldn't control it. Ball goes out. Now that's a risky move because if Payne takes him illegally, that's a red. So Payne's position I should say, was pretty good. At the end, just couldn't do the damage they always hope. As Roberts comes back. Fragoyanis. And Vastelitsa. Driving it along. Again. Into position here. It's crossed in. And again, the last touch for Payne doesn't happen. Well, the effort was there. As Curry has possession and he's taken down, the foul is given. It was the pass there by Curry to Payne, and Payne, it's the last touch that if it's your day, it goes in, and if it's not your day, it just misses everything. And at the moment, it just seems as it's going to be Gonzalez to take the set piece. It seems nothing is going their way as the ball is headed up there by Nicolau. Driven there by Roberts, bounces back for him. Now Payne, can he deliver one? He chips it in and that goes wayward left. And that's another one where any other day that goes in the back of the net because you could see the top left-hand corner. It's almost like, you know, the FIFA games, right, when they've got the targets in the training mod. Anyway, he was trying to get that target and just couldn't get it, the bullseye. Anyway, they contenders. Now Sydney United 58 have possession and Argameninos works it. And now this is where we're starting to see the Sydney United of old, but Sin can't get the touch again. We should give praise, though, for Northbridge because they have been really good today. I'm loving watching Eddie Caspers, who's been pretty good controlling things. Jordan, Holman, Michael Roos, Walter Scott, when he was on the field before, he was playing the wing. He was terrific to watch. Liam Rose, another one I'll give credit to for his performance today. They've got a very good side on paper, Northbridge. They've got a lot of youngsters, and that has been what a lot of people said at the start of the season, that they're going to struggle this year because of the amount of youngsters. But I didn't necessarily believe in a lot of the criticism that the general media are making as Roberts can't control much and Jordan has possession, because by the way, as Caspers gets taken down, the yellow card's given. Sim gets a yellow for back chat after Devante Klook got a yellow. The way that the back end of the season went, and I know it was a small season last year, but Northbridge, under the guise of North Shore, I know a couple of players in the league as well, but they were showing some extremely good performances in the back half of the year. And I thought they would go okay as Urich and D. Rebellion coming on. And looks like Michael Roos is off. One of the substitutions will get the other one confirmed in the second as the ball goes out for a throw. So Bull Urich comes on from the Wollongong Wolves in the last couple of years. So Michael Roos was definitely a substitution. And it was Steve D. Rebellion who came on for him. Eddie Casper's taken inside out there by Devante Klook. Roberts. Argameninos. Sim works it into the far stick. Curry's not there. So, unless my eyes are playing up on me, I think Holman was the other substitution. By the looks of it. Sim trying to hold on possession there. Foul was given by Benucci. So Sim tries to work it in, and here's the shot. This time it's played off there by that man there, Tep. And it's headed down. And again, it's worked in by Agamenanos. Uja in possession. Jordan can't get to it. It's cut off nicely by Roberts, and then passed by Temelic and Sim. And Sim. Nice touch on by Payne, and cut off again beautifully. This defence is brilliant. Touch off Sydney United 58 last, but touch there by Uja. He is there, pressuring as Buljaric would have been offside. The flag comes up. So Nicholas Sermon, Tep. As Agamenanos trying to work into the slot, couldn't. This touch on, the flag goes up. Gonzalez not happy, but it's the right call made. And as I said before, Northbridge will be absolutely inspired with this. The game's coming up. We said next week's a big test because they play Rockdale Illidan, which is a massive game next week. And by the way, Northbridge, their results this season, just having a look at it, they had that 2-2 draw to start the year against Sutherland, and they had their chances to win that in a lot of respect. As Buljaric is going to get on this, and Buljaric is just him and the keeper. He's on the left side, he works it in. It was stopped initially there by Vastelitsa, and then spinning around is Fragoyanis, and Sim will get to it. Caspers cuts him off. Here it is, Caspers, and he pushes it wide to the right. I was just going to say, they had a 2-2 draw against Sutherland. Yeah, they lost 2-0 to Blacktown City, and then they lost 3-2 to Sydney FC, but another draw against Marconi back here, and then that win away against Wollongong. They have had a good season. There's another change made. Coming onto the paddock will be in McLaughlin. Off the field will be in Yanni Nicolau. So results have been pretty good. 5 points, and then now with this win moves to 8. It's not a bad effort. They're going pretty good, Northbridge. I don't know what some people thought. As now the cross comes in, it's the fast stick again that Roberts is looking for, but they are creating chances. Roberts has been impressive since he's come on. Curry has been impressive as well. Sydney United, after what was a faultless start, their run was cut down against Marconi, and Marconi won 2-0, and then today 5 so far past them. So it's been a while between drinks for a goal. They play Wollongong here next week. That's the big game. And then after that they play the Rangers at Popondetta and Rockdale Illidan away. So it's a big couple of weeks coming up against some really good opposition. Fragoyanis now works it into the slot. And again, it was cut down. Buljaric was going to get onto it. He does. Jordan now. Casper's running. He can't get to it. Temelic playing it back. And now we see Nizic. It goes back to Fragoyanis. Then Buljarich couldn't get to it at the end. It's been turned over. Devante Clute, Payne. He's in position now. Sims running into the middle. Payne switches course. And here's the opportunity for Gonzalez. Played off there by Tep. Tep still alive for Payne. Payne ricochets. Sim. Can he slice one in at least? Sim shy, hit the side netting. The pressure by Northbridge was exceptional, and they may have got a touch on that. Yes, it will be a corner. Here's another one looming. All goals so far have been on the scoreboard side of the ground, right of screen. It comes in. Milic couldn't do much with it, but Agamenanos slotted that over the bar, way over the bar. Repeating, it's 5-0. Now Buljarich is in the area, and at the end, not much doing, and the ball goes out. It will be a goal kick. Time ticking here at Sydney United Sports Centre. The ball was played deep down this left corridor as Nicholas Sermon getting in the slot, clears the way, and geez, Nicholas Sermon has had an exceptional game. I know I keep on mentioning it, but it's been very good to watch. He does, can I explain this? He does put him out there in all the respects, because he does, I wouldn't use the word chase the ball, but he does go out of the box to attack more so as the ball is worked in and Tep heads it away. It's lobbed up. Here we go. Clute back to Roberts. Now Sim turning around, was taken in the area. That will be a foul. PK given. PK has been given for Sydney United 58. Now he's not happy there, Najar. Tep also having a word, but look, I think it was a fair PK to give. The referee has made the call today. Mr. Vecchio. So this will be a chance for Sydney United to tag one back. Will be Payne looking for a goal here. It's Sermon and Payne. Now, if we go back to Lady Luck, it's so far been all Sermon. Payne delivers, gets it. And 5-1. Sydney United at least have one back. Moment. It's 5-1 with 12 minutes on the clock. That's one goal at least. Not saying that we can see a crazy comeback, but we have seen crazy things in football. 4 goals in 12 minutes. Even though it's excessive, there's still time on. As passed there by Najar. And then a pass from Jordan, and it's shuffled back. Caspers. Then touch not overly flashed by Panucci. There's Northbridge with Panucci letting the ball go out. Touch off Sim. Will be a throw on this near side. Throw to be taken for United. (5-1) here if you just join us. Another substitution to be made. Tarek Mayer come on. And Tamilic to come off. So Tarek Mayer, who is a very good player, former Wanderer as well. As I said, they've made a lot of changes here, Sydney United 58. Some have been ones to reflect the situation they've been put in. As Bull Yarich turning across, couldn't do much. It's dropped down to Caspers from Sepping. And then pass on by Panucci. Caspers and Tep is there in space. Clute is pressuring as Sepping is there. Now Jordan. All worked in. Chance looming, but he won't get the head onto it. Steve D. Rebellion. The score remains 5-1. So United, as we said before, finally pulled a goal back after last couple of games. Scoreless against Marconi in a brilliant game for the Stallions. There's now Sim going around the globe. Touched off there, Caspers. Yarich, it's been turned over. Sim can't do much with it. Tep touching it, and then the play back in the middle. So Sydney United 58. Trying to hold their own. All turned over. Taking down the challenge there. Is in Najar. Yellow card given to Fargoyanis. So now, on this left-hand side, this is Steve D. Rebellion. It's been cut down by Argameninos. Curry playing it back. Touched on there by Gonzalez. Mizic. And at the end, foul given towards Northbridge. Tep has it. Time ticking here with 7 to go on the clock. Sharp. And, well, Jordan was worried about being offside, but he was going to get towards Steve D. Rebellion. Sim. Devante Clute. Tarek Mayer is there. As Caspers, oh, good work by Caspers. But he's going to try again. I know Devante got him, but Caspers was well and truly in the fight. As Gonzalez goes low, Curry tried to get to it, couldn't. He'll get to it again. He has a shot. Goes side to the left. The score remains here, 5-1. We'll wrap things up after the game about what's happening this weekend in the NPL 1, 2, 3 and 4 competitions, as well as see position now for Payne. Payne beats it, a keeper! He's missed. That's pressure for Nicholas Sermon. Sermon has put a lot of pressure. Sermon has to be credited big time. But that is the 50-50s that don't go your way. And that's happened a lot today for Sydney United 58. Because things haven't gone their way, the luck is not there. Because they've had some chances. And they go, when things are going away, they go in the back of the net. When things not going away. The yellow card's been given to Caspers. It's been a chilly day. Afternoon anyway. Here's the free kick. Curry trying to get it back in. Goes out. So as we'll see, Nicholas Sermon this ball goes over halfway. Tarek Mayer. Curry outside the area. Good spin around by Mayer. United looking for one more at least. Roberts found here. Clute. Mayer wasn't there. In sight, and now Bull Yarich. And Northbridge would like to get at least one goal in the second half. They have been a little bit quiet in their second stanzas. Bull Yarich, geez, he had some pace. It was cut down at the ends by Vastelitsa, but a lot of pace. Good. Tarek Mayer. Sin cutting inside. And can't find the top left corner. Opportunity again, Devante Clute scuffed it once again. Back. Playing it forward was Gonzalez. Tip. Shifted by Nicholas Sermon. Show again, but now they get onto it. And this is Sim. Roberts. And cut down once more. And that was great stuff there by Uja. Yarich. Caspers. Caspers once more. position again for Yusha. Then Silman. Then the pass of Tep. Now Eddie Caspers, and it's cut down there by Clute. Payne, can he at least pull another one? No, he can't. No, he can't, but it will be a corner. Another substitution being made. Sydney United 58. The corner comes in. And ball played wayward, goes out. Will be another corner. I'm just trying to work out this substitution. I think it might be Lachlan Marr. The only reason why I say that is because I think all the field players or the bench players that should be for the pitch and not goalkeeping position have been changed. So they've put Nick Marr, or I should say Lachlan Marr, on. As the ball was worked in. Shut down there by Tep. We have seen that a little bit with these changes now. The 5-man sub, we have seen the goalkeeper put a field jersey on a few occasions. Might be for an injury if you've already made the 4 subs. The ball goes out. So time is ticking. We're in injury time. Sydney United 58. Battling the bruise here. It's Marr taken down badly outside the area, and this will be a yellow for sure for Yusha. No card is given. We'll do the scoreboard wrap in a moment. Conclusion of full time. We'll have a look at the weekend it's been. Set piece to be taken outside the area. Devante Clute is very deep. Sim is close to the ball. This would be an opportunity to make it 5-2. Sim, and it's over the mark. Could be the final moments of the game. 5-1 the score. Northbridge absolutely brutal in this win. There has been some good stars that have come out of this. Nicholas Sermon, one of them, the goalkeeper. Another foul after Sipping was taken down. Spectators making their way outside to the car park now. They've seen enough. We'll hit a whistle in a moment.